And anyone who's ever had Blanton's, you see the different bottles, you'll notice that the horses on the stoppers are different. Well, they take those horses and they have us wrap them around the glass. So they're engraved into the glass. So you're getting the whole, again, here's a nice tumbler, but it is Blanton's.
Rounded, yeah,
and
that's a
it's
good point.
uniquely Blanton's. It's not just their name. It is basically
There's a story
the thing
in the
that
glass.
symbol. Yeah, it really is. Supposedly those horses are running the Kentucky Derby.
Hey guys, this is Sid Patel, CEO of Beverage Trade Network and Bartender Spirits Awards. Welcome to the show. We are live at the 6th edition at the Bartender Spirits Awards from Chicago here, and I have this amazing individual, Martin Duffy, who is an expert in glassware and obviously many more things, but especially known for as a whiskey educator in the United States. So thank you so much for helping us with a lot of other things that I've always come up and help and asked for help.
Sid,
and thanks for joining.
More than happy to help out.
Great.
Anything to help the industry.
Super. So let's dive into the glassware subject, right? And mainly focused towards the distilleries and the brand owners, the young entrepreneurs who are not using glassware to their advantage in the sales and marketing strategy. What is your opening statement on how can the private label brands or the distilleries can start thinking about glassware in sales and marketing strategy?
You think about it, you go to all this trouble to make a wonderful spirit, and then you serve it up in a little plastic cup, or you put it into a plain old rocks glass. That's not serving your spirit whatsoever, and it's not helping the image of that brand. What you want is something that's going to enhance the drinking experience, not only by taste, but aroma, and also visually. I still get excited looking. If you go down to Kentucky and you hold a nice crystal tumbler full of bourbon, it just looks cool. And that makes you feel cool while you're drinking it. But also, if you're going to have, say you're making gin, we have these wonderful gin goblets, Spanish style gin goblets. It's a great way to experience it. It's a great way to serve it, and it actually enhances the flavor and aroma of your spirit. And is that really what you want to do? I mean, you can get a consumer to taste your spirit. You want it to make an impression, because you may not have another chance to sell them on it.
How are good companies still making sure that the last sip, the liquid, if it's being poured in the consumer or the judge or the bartender or the buyer, is still in the glassware that you intended to? Do they have to carry in their suitcases, or how does that thing work?
If you're sampling in a store, chances are you're not going to sample in glassware. It's just, say you visit a distillery. Scotland, Ireland, in the US, visiting distilleries is a huge part of tourism now. And again, having branded glassware, something with the logo that folks can take with them, but also they're enjoying that experience in that distillery. You do not want to use some kind of weird little plastic cup, or like I said, plain glass. I went to one distillery once where the guy just had these little, they looked like candle votives, and they weren't very clean either. That was the other bad part. But it didn't do anything to help the nose, and obviously your sense of taste is about 85 to 90% of your sense of smell. So you really want to enhance the aroma of the spirit. The thickness of the glass is going to affect how you taste it as well. Thick glass. I don't ask me about the science behind it, but it's just something I've experienced, and it was pointed out to me by distillers that the thickness just kind of depreciates the drinking experience. But when you go out into the marketplace, when you do whiskey dinners or any kind of spirit dinner, Again, glassware is very important. If you're into wine, say you know all about wine. Well, do you pour wine into a solo cup? No, it's really nice, beautiful, fine crystal glasses. Just adds to the experience.
Yeah, that's true. I want to ask you on maybe a question. It can have a contradictory effect as well, because you're trying to. I think that sometimes if you put so much glassware in the marketing and websites or promotion, do you think that it may backfire you, saying that okay, now I have to buy glasses, or I have to just use this person's spirit in the glassware they just want it to be? You know what I mean? Otherwise, they want it to be free.
And I see a lot of people aspire to that. If they if you were to tell somebody, hey, you know what, I really enjoy spirit in this glass, or wine in this particular glass, people will buy it. They will go out and get it. But also, again, if they're at a distillery and you're already selling it, here's our branded Glencairn glasses. People are going to buy them. They do it all the time. Our biggest customers are distilleries and spirit brands.
Give us 3 or 4 good use case scenarios where you see that these guys are doing really good in using in their sales strategy.
Well, one I really love, is fun, is Blanton's. Blanton's bourbon. They take all the little horses, and anyone who's ever had Blanton's, you see the different bottles, you'll notice that the horses on the stoppers are different. Well, they take those horses and they have us wrap them around the glass. So they're engraved into the glass. So you're getting the whole, again, here's a nice tumbler, but it is Blanton's.
Rounded, yeah,
and
that's
it's
a good point.
uniquely Blanton's. It's not just their name. It is basically
There's a story
the thing
in the
that
glass.
symbol. Yeah, it really is. Supposedly those horses are running the Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
If you watch it, because it's going like this. Another is, I've seen some wonderful gin brands use those goblets. Canadian whiskey and Kentucky distillers have been using our mixer glass, which has a wider mouth, but it has the same basic design as a Glencairn glass. It drives the aroma up, but the mouth is wider, so you can add ice or a mixer, as the Scots would say. They like to put mixers in there. But all these just, again, it enhances the experience. And when you talk about drinking spirits or wine, the whole thing is about experience. If you're in a really nice bar, a really nice restaurant, you're going to see cheap glassware? No, it's going to be nice. Not only because, oh, hey, it's expensive, but again, it's going to enhance that experience, both aesthetically and as far as the enjoyment of that drink.
That's true. I believe in that absolutely, because you want to enjoy every sip, and it does add value to the experience. As a closing remark, or 4 or 5 categories you can name, and then these are the kind of glasses that you think that are good for experiencing that spirit?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan of Glencairn. But Glencairn, we also make the crystal tumblers, and I really like cut crystal tumblers.
And what kind of spirits are they good for?
I think primarily for whiskey. That's how I see them. But you drink anything the way you want it. I mean, I've grown up thinking of the big leather wingback chair and the cut crystal tumbler with a little bourbon or scotch, a nice scotch. However, the other thing I was mentioning, the mixer glass, is if you don't like the idea of a stemmed goblet, the mixer glass makes a really good gin and tonic glass. And you cut up fruit, put that inside. It's a great presentation.
Great.
And then we have the stemmed copitas, which I always thought would be really, really huge with tequila drinkers, but a lot of tequila drinkers...
Sipping tequila.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like using them for tequila. However, a lot of tequila folks, including the folks at Tequila Aficionado magazine, actually likes, they prefer the Glencairn glass instead. Yeah, but to each their own. But I would have a variety of glassware. It's always great, because especially if you're going to have a variety of spirits, because you never know who your guests are going to be and what their likes will be.
It's a good one, Marty.